Hello and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. No nutmeg today because it's supposed to be super hot and I don't want him to melt. I love him, he's so cute and squishy, but I don't want him to melt. But we are going to Austin today. I'm very excited about it. This is my first time out of the hospital where they were like, you have to wait a few days and then you can go out in public because I was at risk for infection. Whole big deal, but we are good now. We are allowed to leave, we're allowed to be in public, and I just can't wait. So I'm going to Austin and we are going to be on the hunt for Alocasia Jacklyn. I'm going to go to Home Depot. They said that they were hitting specific Home Depot stores today, so I want to make sure that I go early, make sure I get one. I don't know if I'm going to film it, but I'm going to be looking at some HEBs, which is the Texas grocery store, and seeing if they have Thai constellations. I don't know. We'll see. People were saying that they were out there, so if I don't find any, I probably won't film it, but fingers crossed, because they were really big for only $99, and it's just crazy that HEB, like a grocery store, is getting $100 plants, but that's a steal. So if I see one, I'll film it and show you guys. Fingers crossed again for that. And I'm also gonna go to a nursery, like a local nursery in Austin, so I'm gonna be wearing the same thing, but it's gonna be a different video because I like to highlight local nurseries in their own videos. So that's enough for me. Let's go to Home Depot. We'll see if I have to go to 1 or 2 or 3 to see if I find a Jacklyn, but let's be hopeful that it doesn't have to be too many.
All right, so first thing I did was go inside because this Home Depot specifically has some cool plants inside. And the first thing I saw was the Alocasia Jacklyns. I couldn't believe it. They looked absolutely amazing. They look so good. I know Casa Farms has done Alocasias in the trending tropicals before, but they've never looked this big. I don't know, these things must have huge rhizomes in there. They also had a lemon meringue pothos, but honestly, I don't trust them, so not gonna get one of those, but I was just in awe of these. This one was super cute, and it actually had a little baby at the bottom, so I think I'm taking that one. Yeah, that one's coming home with me. There were still so many that looked really good. It's really tempting to get more than one. They had a few other new plants as well, like this Schisma glottis. I actually really like the contrast on the leaves with this, but I don't know anything about its plant care. They also had a bunch of the Epipremnum amplissimum silver streak. I do already have one of these, but it's really small, so that was also tempting, but honestly, I'm here for the Alocasia Jacklyns today. They had a lot more. The whole shipment must have just come in because everything was looking really nice, really healthy. And then they had some of the more basic ones that we've all seen. The Scindapsus trabii. There was some sport variegation on this ZZ Chameleon, but didn't look like it was going to continue. And then these Monstera perus had new growth, which is nice. But really, guys, the Jacklyns, they looked so nice. I could not believe that they came from Casa Farms. So moving outside in Texas, a lot of the big box stores keep their houseplants outside in a shaded area, and then they have those small displays inside. So there's this Aglaonema frosted ghost, which looked really nice, and at one point I would like to replace the one that I had since it died when I moved here last year. I don't know what this Aglaonema is called, but it looks kind of cute. A lot of the ZZ Chameleons and the Global Green Pothos. I didn't really see any more of the Lemon Meringue, but honestly, again, not sure if it's really anything different. The Baltic Blues were looking really nice, but they're pretty common at this point. And then this is kind of a rare find as a trending tropical, the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It's not a Monstera. Can we please stop calling them Monsteras? Thank you. This has been a PSA. But again, just like some normal stuff. But then they had these cute Proven Winners baskets. And for $30, you get a basket and a giant plant, which I thought was really nice. This Calathea orbifolia was really tempting, but I do have a tiny one, so I'm gonna pass on it. They then had these cute little Calatheas. I forget what this one is called, honestly, but it's adorable. I'll give it that. It's super cute. And they had a couple different patterns of baskets, a Lots of different types of plants in there, some of which I really hadn't seen in big box stores before. This ficus Tunetank had some pretty good variegation on it, so I wanted to highlight that really quick. And another Calathea orbifolia. They just had like different displays all throughout the store. This was really cool to see. This is a Philodendron Mayoi, and it was huge. It had several growth points going on in the basket, and I remember when those things were hundreds of dollars. So for $30, you get a really nice big one. The leaves aren't mature, but it's a nice project. You know, it'll grow for you. Just put it on a pole. The leaves will get bigger. But as I was saying, they just had kind of random displays all throughout the store, which is like fine. It was just kind of hard to navigate because these were the same plants that I saw elsewhere. This Adansonii was looking really nice and full. And then really quickly, some hanging baskets. I don't really know what this one's called, but it's super fuzzy and adorable. So I really liked that. There was another one there. No Hoyas or really anything super interesting. There's this Peperomia scandens here. But just kind of some weird basic plants. The most interesting thing were these Syngonium baskets for $15.98. This one looked like it needed some love, but there were some that I saw after that looked better on the lower shelf. This little variegated guy is cute. I don't know, just some basic plants. These aren't really the ones that I go after, but that's okay because we found a lot of really nice plants here today, and the Staghorn fern was cute. I always really like those.
All right, guys, we are back from Home Depot. And as you saw, we only had to go to one. And we got it. We got an Alocasia Jacklyn. Look at that leaf. Do you see that, y'all? That is crazy. And it has, this one was the only one that had a baby in it. Not like I can keep a baby Alocasia alive. So I'm just gonna keep it in the same pot. But I just can't believe that I found a plant on the day that it was released. I normally have the worst luck with finding new releases like this. So I'm just really proud of myself for taking the time to go out and look for it before they all get snagged. Though that Home Depot was loaded. Two sides of that display shelf filled with Jacklyns, and it's really cute. Really hairy. I don't normally go for hairy plants, but my husband also really likes this one, and I was like, you know what, he doesn't like a lot of the plants, so if there's one that he likes, I'm just gonna get it. That's a little leaf there. So really excited. Let's hope that I can keep it alive because it is an Alocasia, and yeah, my track record with them is not great. I'm going to let it acclimate to my house before maybe moving it to a different potting situation because, you know, Costa just puts things in peat and then pretends like everything's okay when it's not. But we got one. Very proud of that. And yeah, we'll just see how it does. I do like that they're bigger. It looks like it has a decent sized rhizome in there. So, and they're labeled. Costa actually labeled their plants. So all in all, that was a pretty good trip to Home Depot. Thank you for coming along. I hope that the Alocasia Jacklyns have hit your hometown and that you are also able to snag one for this great price of $20. Or if you have the military discount, it's $18. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from me and plant shopping and whatnot. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.